So I'm here today to tell you how to turn a regular 2-foot by 18-inch wood desk into an Expo marker desk or a Magic Marker desk where you can write and wipe. All you're going to need today, and the expensive part, is this Post-it flexible write surface. It comes off Amazon. This is a little bit pricey. It's about $20 a desk. You're going to need a razor blade, and make sure the desks are clean, so whatever cleaning supplies. And lastly, I think electrical tape around the outside really is a nice touch. And when we're done, we get something that looks like this, where you can see I did a little bit of math problems on here, and if I sit down for a second, I can show you that I can just write on here and wipe away. And if I get my rag, washcloth, it wipes clean just with regular water, and it comes with a spray bottle. Step one is just make sure that desktops are clean and ready to have a sticky surface put on. And when you open the box, there'll be a washcloth for wiping. The more important thing is you'll get this roll. And it has instructions which you can read. But the big thing I found is that even though it's wrapped pretty well, it helps if you lay this out for a couple hours beforehand before trying to stick it to the desk. Don't pull off the blue backing yet, just the blue painter's tape. And initially just get it laid out flat on the two desktops. I found it to be most beneficial to put the desk back to back, or front to front I mean, so that I could lay one piece and glue it to two tops and then cut the seam, and we'll do that later. So after it laid flat for a while, about an hour and a half, what I would do next is make sure that it's square enough. You pick an edge, make sure it's covering the both desks completely, on the edges especially. And then on the back side is this blue, and this is when you peel. And you only peel about 2 inches of it back. And you're going to set that, and then you're going to peel the blue off as you put it down. So, and again, this is probably the most important part, is getting this, taking the time to line up and make sure you got it. And then what I use is the rag they brought, and I just kind of press that in. And the big thing here is to avoid wrinkles. And I peel back then for the whole first desk, not the whole thing, to the end of the first desk. And I pull out the wrinkles nice and slow. If it wrinkles, it gets very tough. You have to peel back and try again, but you don't have many chances. And if you miss the edge a little bit, you can use the duct tape, or electric tape, sorry, to cover that edge. So I missed a little bit on this one. And then line up the other one, and then you can make sure it covers all the way. Throw the sheet off. Now what happens is the desk will be different levels. There we go. But once you get it stuck pretty well, you're going to take your utility knife now, or your flat blade, and that's what I have, is just a little flat razor. Find the groove and cut it using the desk as a guide. And then you cut them apart all the way across. Once you finish cutting them apart, you can pull the desk apart, and you just pull this in to the edge, pulling out the wrinkles. And then again, you can go faster, but I think letting it sit before you do the side tape is important. But then I just use an Expo marker and literally run the edge. You can see it kind of blacken up here, and that just gives a crease. And I run that all the way around so that when I come back to trim later, it's got some bend in it to follow with that straight blade. And the last step is just to take your razor blade again and trim it to the edge of the desk. And you can use the edge of the desk as a guide once you find it. And the curves and whatnot, just you gotta go slow. So you cut off the pieces and this becomes garbage, but it does a nice job of giving you an edge to run against. And the tape will make up for any mistakes or little pieces of wood or desktop that show through. And you just go all the way around. And again, sometimes from a corner it helps to go both ways. Key is not to be in a hurry, take your time. Not to worry too much about little misses, because that's what the electric tape will fix in the next step. I'm going to finish up and then do the taping. So now it's trimmed to size on the 2-foot by 18-inch desk. I didn't trim the other one, but it's ready to be trimmed. And I want to be clear, I'm not perfect. In fact, the edges, you can see wood between the white here. So now we're going to use the electric tape around the edge. I had to do this like 3 times the first time to get it to stick right. But you kind of put it at the middle, so it's half up, half down. The key to the reason I use electric tape is so you can stretch it around the corner so that it will pull tight when you fold the end down. And the key is to get around and fold it all at once if you can. And again, I'm giving it about a 10% pull for stretch. And when I get to the top, personally, I just use my razor blade again, so I have a clean end. And then I just make sure it's stuck on the side. And there might be some little wrinkles, but overall, it pulls over pretty well. And what it does then is it protects that edge, so the students don't have to hit their arm on it. Also, then it'll be less likely to pull up, is what I'm hoping. That is one of the problems. Also, backpacks will scratch this, I think, but I will add to the video here after a little bit with anything. But now what I have is a desk that's trimmed and ready to use. And if I grab a marker, I can do that, right? Do a little simple math problem today. And they do send some bottles along. It's just water. So then you can wipe clean. And if it gets a little too shady, give it a little spray of water. There it is. There's a little water. Then you can wipe it clean and start the next one. Again, modifying a traditional desk into a Expo marker desk.